Oh my.
Wow, you really had nothing, hey. You're Primlock this late into the fucking wipe.
I literally just started, but okay, dude.
I had a box full of guns first day of wipe. You could never do that.
Primlocked. Something about those two words just really gets me going. In fact, I was so determined to prove this guy wrong, I was going to spend the next 24 hours playing Rust, tryhard mode. So, off I went. I only had 24 hours to try and get a box full of guns to finally prove that I'm not f***ing Primlocked. So, for the first few hours, I built my first base, and I wanted to go ahead and introduce myself to the surrounding neighbors. After securing our first gun, I wanted to go investigate some M249 shots. Two people down and 2 guns to add to our collection. I had to get this loot back as soon as possible. And then things took an interesting turn. The raiders left to get more explosives, so I quickly patched up the base before they came back. I ended up following the raiders to another base in the hopes that I could make a play on them and get my stuff back. So, our base had been raided, but I wasn't going to give up that easy. I had to prove to that toxic guy that I wasn't going to be Primlocked this wipe. So, after finding a base that we could take over, I decided to get to work.
Look at this dude.
You guys are going to have to take my word for this part. I killed 2 guys with pump shotties at the gas station. They also had night vision goggles. I wasn't recording, which I didn't realize, so that's that. Okay, it's not scripted, I swear. After being raided twice already, things weren't looking great for our box of guns dream. But with every door closed, another one opens. After depoting the charcoal, I wanted to go back to the original Decay base and eco-raid it. Things were actually starting to look up for once. We were getting a lot of resources very quickly. So I went for a quick scrap run, and on my way back, I heard someone in a base right next to me. Now we were one gun closer to our box full of guns, and I didn't want to waste any time. I decided to use some of the scrap to research the Thompson and a few other things that we'll need. I crafted up a Thompson and I went back out for a roam and came across this guy investigating a decayed base. This was actually a huge W. We already researched the Thompson and now we had a semi. Our box of guns dream was actually starting to look like a reality. But of course, Rust had other plans. I started to get paranoid that we were going to get raided for a third time, so I did some base upgrades before heading back out. There was a lot of raids in the area, so I wanted to go looking for any scraps that I could find.
GG, man.
After grubbing some of that loot, I came across another decayed base and I got there at the perfect time. Looting that base gave us a ton of different guns and a lot of clothing that we could actually go out with.
The people in that base there have so much gear. Quick, go in there. We just went deep on them.
Quick, no, don't worry about me, bro.
Here, pick me up.
I went back to the decayed base from earlier because the inside core still hadn't been opened. And even though we had satchels, I still couldn't craft them without bean cans. So I decided to buy some explosive ammo. But as fate would have it, on my way back from Outpost, I came across another decayed base. And this base actually had exactly what I needed. So now that we could craft satchels, it was time to do our first raid. Alright, well, I hate to interrupt this amazing video. As you can see, I'm out here in a park, actually touching some grass for once. This video is sponsored by Manscaped, and if you've been watching me for a while, you know that I'm a fan of their products. Get the Lawnmower 4.0 body trimmer, all of their liquid formulations to take care of your downstairs area. Now, April is actually National Testicular Cancer Awareness Month, and so Manscaped are actually partnering up with the Testicular Cancer Society to raise awareness. All right, they save balls. It's actually crazy. 1 man every hour of every single day is diagnosed with testicular cancer. That is awful. And so together, TCS and Manscaped are committed to raising awareness for the most common form of cancer in men aged 15 to 35. And they're also providing support for fighters, survivors, and families affected by testicular cancer. And the good news is, it's actually super easy to check for early signs yourself. Manscaped have the Crop Mop ball wipes and of course the Lawnmower 4.0 body trimmer, making it easier for you to check for early signs of testicular cancer. You can head to manscaped.com/TCS and learn how to check yourself for early signs. And you can also share the educational material they have on there to help spread the message out to the world. And of course, you can use code MEMEO20 at the checkout to get 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com. So yeah, pick up some Manscaped gear, use code MEMEO20, 20% off, free shipping, and make sure you check your balls, fellas. Okay, I'm talking to you. A big thanks to Manscaped for helping spread awareness. I am gonna go back inside now and play Rust for several hours. Goodbye. Yeah, it looks like they moved all their loot out before they logged off. God damn it. They did leave this garage door unlocked though, so I managed to lock that and close it behind me. We'd already gained an MP5 from the counter raid, but I wanted to know what was inside that TC. Would it all be worth it? I wasn't going to let that raid stop me though. Straight away, I went back out to try and find some more resources or weapons. And I came across this base that had an entirely twig floor. Now, I wasn't expecting there to be any loot in this base, but it actually had a bunch of resources that we could take back to our base.
GG. GG, mate, GG.
Finally, I was so close to having a box full of guns, so I thought I'd try and get the last few from these guys fighting at water treatment. All I needed was one last gun. We had done it. Not only did I have a box full of guns, I had more than just one box. We also had a ton of resources and enough scrap to research everything I would need for the rest of the wipe. And well, would you look who I came across sleeping on the ground. Looting the last of this guy's stuff was just the ultimate karma. Well, looks like you're the Primlocked one now, buddy.
Yeah, I'm bad to the bone. I ain't sure what you been told. Yeah, I'm mad. You a clone. Sussy boy don't even have a sound.